My name is Faye Savage. My father named me after Faye Dunaway. He said she was the first woman he ever fell in love with back when he saw Chinatown for the first time when he was 15. I don't know why he thought that an infant should be named after a 70s sex symbol, but now I'll never get the chance to ask. The funeral was this morning. Congestive heart failure is what the doctors said. You'd probably expect a well-known private eye like him to go out in a blaze of glory, like in an explosion or something, but really, he wasn't as badass as you might think. Everyone else always seemed to see him as some kind of epic crime-fighting action hero, but to me, he was just my dorky, overprotective dad.
If you're going to start driving yourself to school, you can't keep forgetting your pocket knife and pepper spray.
Dad, I haven't been forgetting them. They're ridiculous. I don't need pepper spray. No one's going to try and abduct me.
You don't know that, Faye. The world is a dangerous place, and you need to learn that if you're ever going to take over this business.
Oh my God, for the last time, I'm never going to take over your stupid business, especially if it makes me as paranoid as you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Raymond Savage. Are you his secretary?
No.
Please. I really need to speak with him. Maybe you could tell me when he gets back, or you could give a message from me. My name's Guy Masters.
Raymond is... He doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, so are you in charge then? Maybe you could help me out.
No, listen, I can't. I'm not.
Please. It's an emergency. I lost someone. My sister. Her name's Emily. Raymond was my last chance of finding her. I need help. Please. Please.
So, you're Raymond's daughter?
Yeah, I just came by after the funeral this morning to pick up a few things.
I'm sorry. If I'd have known, of course I wouldn't have come. It's just the police can't seem to help me, and I heard such good things about your father's practice. And...
So, what happened? To your sister, I mean.
I don't know. No one's seen her in days. I went to the police, but like I said, they haven't been able to find anything. She goes to Central College. We both do. Supposedly last Friday she went to her boyfriend's dorm, and no one's seen her since. It's like she just vanished. I was supposed to look after her, you know? Our parents are both kind of screw-ups, and I kind of felt like I was always her protector. And now she's just gone. I mean, what would you do if you were me? And don't get me started on her boyfriend.
I don't know what it was about him exactly. Maybe it was the way he spoke about his sister. Maybe it was the fact that I could tell that he was hurting just like me. Or maybe it was just that he was cute. I don't know. But something about him made me feel like I had to help him. There was something else, too. His story reminded me of a case I remember my dad talking about. A case he never solved. Vera Evers. She was also a young Central College student that mysteriously disappeared one day. My dad never found Vera, but eventually he told her family that he believed she'd run away. I think he only told them that because he couldn't bear the thought that anything worse could have possibly happened to her.
Faye, can you come here for a second? I love you, Faye.
I love you too, Dad. The fact that he never found Vera Evers always seemed to haunt him after that. I don't know if he ever really got over it. I'll help you.
What?
I'll help you find your sister. Now, you have to understand, I'm not my father. I'm not a private investigator. But I'll do what I can to help you as a concerned citizen.
Hi, can I help you?
Oh, hey Maggie. This is my friend Faye. Can we come in for a minute?
We'd like to speak to you about Emily.
Maggie, who is it? Guy and some girl. Hi, I'm Gwen. Oh, hey Guy. You guys want to come in? I was just watching Scandal.
I want to talk about Emily G.
Oh, of course you do. Sorry, come on in. Have a seat.
Guy tells me that you two are Emily's roommates.
And friends too, of course.
Best friends.
We met each other last summer during orientation, and we decided to be roomies.
Well, what is she like? I mean, Guy's already told me plenty about her, but how would you describe her?
Hold on. Guy, how exactly do you two know each other?
Oh, she's... Gwen, you know, it's kind of a long story. Could you please just answer the question?
Geez, sorry. I was just wondering about the mystery woman interrogating me in my own room.
When? Listen, Emily's a total sweetheart. A little naive, and she's always been kind of shy.
But definitely corruptible, if you know what I mean. She liked to have a good time, as long as her party crew was present, of course.
Was she acting all unusual before she disappeared?
No, not at all. She was just excited about seeing Alex. He's really who you should be talking to since he saw her last. He should be here any minute to pick up some books he left last time it was over.
You guys ought to hang out around here until he shows up.
Thanks. We probably will. But just one more thing before he gets here. What do you two think happened to her?
I don't know. I mean, she didn't seem like the kind of person to just run away, so I need to think about it.
That must be Alex. I'll get it.
Hey, Gwen. Oh, Guy, hey, how are you doing? You know, hanging in there, I guess. Oh, this is Faye. She's helping me look for Emily.
Alex, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, sure. Ask away.
Can you tell me a little bit about the night that Emily disappeared?
Yeah, I figured that's what you'd want to know about. We'd only been going out a couple of months, but things had been going great. We were just hanging out, watching Netflix. All my roommates were out for the night, so we had the place to ourselves. It was pretty late by the time the movie had finished, maybe 2, 3 a.m., and it was raining really hard out, so I didn't want her to have to walk all the way across campus by herself, so I asked her to stay. But she had to wake up early in the morning, so she left anyways. That was the last time I saw her. I should have gone with her or something. I had a feeling she shouldn't leave that night. If I had just gone with her, maybe she'd be here now.
Alex, did anything happen that would have made Emily want to leave?
Happen? No. God, no. Everything was fine. We just hung out, and she had to leave early in the morning. Everything was fine. Guy, I promise. Yeah, everything was fine.
I believe you, Alex.
There was probably more I could have asked about, but at the moment, I felt like we should call it a day and leave. Maybe I intuitively knew that they couldn't help us. Maybe I sensed Guy was becoming upset, or maybe I just felt awkward. For whatever reason, we thanked them and left. I offered to walk Guy back to his dorm so that we could discuss what we'd heard in private.
So, give me your expert opinion, P.I. Savage.
Hey, it's like I told you. I'm just a concerned citizen here doing my civic duty. But, honestly, I don't know. I mean, there could be more to Alex's story than what he's telling us, but he seemed to be telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't know what to believe anymore.
So you and Gwen, are you two, like, an item?
No. God, no.
Sorry, she just seemed to be getting awfully friendly with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's always kind of had a thing for me, but she's not my type.
Oh, do you date?
How to become the target of interrogation here?
Sorry, I just felt like there could be some integral clues in the depths of your love life.
Well, this is me. Thanks.
Guy, listen, I'm not my father. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Faye, you're helping more than you know.
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, just text me.
Bye. Dad, help me! Dad! Dad! No!
Well, hello. Are you looking for someone? Sure can help you find him.
Yeah, I'm just looking for Guy.
Guy? Well, good for him.
Guy's not here. Sorry about him. For some reason, he feels the need to harass every attractive girl he meets.
Only trying to help. Just didn't know Guy was seeing anyone.
See, no, I'm just helping him find his sister.
Oh, you mean Emily?
What, did she get lost or something?
Wait, do you guys seriously not know?
Know what?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
No. Sorry, I'm surprised that he didn't tell you.
Tell us what?
Yeah, what's going on?
Emily's been missing since last Friday.
What?
What, Emily's
What do you
missing?
mean?
Are you sure?
How exactly
Guy
do
hasn't
you
said
know Guy
anything.
anyways?
Yeah, he's been pretty freaked out about it. Are you sure he really hasn't even mentioned it to you?
Yeah, he hasn't said anything.
Okay, are you guys close at all?
Yeah, he's one of my best friends. I don't know why you wouldn't have told me.
Well, he has been pretty quiet recently, don't you think?
Yeah, that's true.
It still just doesn't make sense, though.
Yeah. Do you guys know where he is? I've been trying to get a hold of him all day.
Yeah, isn't he in class?
Yeah, he has intro to psychology right now. We were actually just about to go down to the student union. Do you want us to walk you down there?
Yeah, apparently there might be a kidnapper running around campus. Wouldn't hurt to have some muscle with you, just in case.
Sure, that'd be great.
Well, this should be it. This class should be over soon, but I'd assume he's in there right now.
Thanks. I really appreciate your help.
No problem. And you've kind of got me worried now. I want to figure out what the hell's going on myself.
I'll let Guy know you're concerned.
Thanks. Let's go, Scotty.
Alright, it was nice to meet you. Oh, and if this thing with Guy doesn't turn out, you know where to find me.
We're not.
Countless philosophers and psychologists since the early 20th century. In its earliest manifestation, the trolley problem poses the following scenario. A runaway trolley car is barreling down the tracks, and tied to the tracks are 5 innocent people unable to escape. Now you, the subject of the dilemma, are next to a lever, which, if pulled, will divert the trolley onto a second set of tracks, missing the 5 innocent people. However, there is a single individual tied to the second set of tracks, and you realize that the trolley car will still hit the single individual if the lever is pulled. Here lies our ethical dilemma. Is it more ethical to do nothing and allow 5 innocent people to be killed, or actively engage in the death of a single individual? Research shows that the identity of the single individual in the second set of tracks influences the likelihood of the subject's willingness to pull the lever. These data give rise to the question of whether or not ethics or morals can even be taken into consideration in such a situation. Consider this the next time you make a choice based on your so-called ethics. That is all for today. Please read the next 3 chapters for further conversation.
Excuse me. Is there a Guy Masters in this class?
Yeah, he's in this class. I haven't seen him in a couple days, though.
Okay. Actually, another random question. Is there a Vera in this class? No, not anymore.
Wait, Lizzie,
Hey.
hold on.
What was that about?
Her sister's name is Vera. Was Vera. Why are you interested?
Well, I mean, I just saw it on that desk over there, but what do you mean was?
She disappeared 2 years ago. Lizzie's still really sensitive about it, and for good reason.
Wait, you don't mean Vera Evers?
Yeah, Vera Evers. Who are you? How do you know about her?
My father investigated her disappearance. Look, I need to talk to her.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
Lizzie still holds a lot of resentment for the private investigator that worked her sister's case. I don't think she'd want to talk to you.
What? That's ridiculous. My father did everything he could to find her. That case meant everything to him.
Okay, that may be true, but I still think she has every right to be upset. Just imagine if someone you love disappeared without a trace. She can't help it if she's a little irrational sometimes.
Look, just call her, please, and ask if she'll meet with me. Someone else has gone missing, and I think it might somehow have something to do with her sister's disappearance. Just, please. She was reluctant at first, but after a little convincing, she agreed to meet me. Lizzie, thanks for agreeing to meet with me. Have a seat. Sure. So, what can you tell me about your sister's disappearance?
I already told your dad everything. Can't you just ask him?
No, actually I can't.
I bet he doesn't even remember her. Or he's so incompetent he lost all his old files. Nothing would surprise me at this point.
He's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, Lizzie, I know you're angry, and you have every right to be. It isn't fair that the people that we love sometimes get taken away from us before we're ready. But you have to believe that my father did everything he could to find your sister. That case nearly broke his heart. And I know this is difficult for you, but I think whatever happened to your sister might be repeating itself.
There's not that much to report, really. I was in high school at the time, and Vera lived here on campus. She was so happy to be here, you know? I remember family weekend that year and how excited she was to show me around.
So, my chemistry class is in that building, and then the dining hall's over there, and this is just my favorite place to sit and do homework.
Yeah, it's nice. I can't wait until you graduate.
I mean, won't it be so fun to both be here together? Well, I guess that's if you decide to come here for college.
Yeah, I could see that. Although, I don't know how I'd feel about my dorky older sister hanging around while I'm living it up on campus.
Shut up, I'm not dorky. But I guess if you're afraid of me trying to protect you from your own bad decisions, then yeah, I'd be worried.
I'm kidding. You wouldn't be able to keep up with me anyway.
We shall see. But seriously, Lizzie, I do love it here. I've met so many interesting people, and my professors are all amazing.
She seemed totally content, and then one day she just disappeared. The police couldn't find anything, and your dad, well, it just seemed like he gave up after a while. I think about her every day. Sometimes I think I see her in a crowded classroom or across campus on her favorite bench, but it's stupid.
I can't believe that you decided to come here after all of that.
Yeah, seems like some sort of self-torture, doesn't it? My parents certainly didn't want me to, but it's like this is the closest I can get to her now. Like I'm chasing her shadow. I know it sounds silly, but I feel like I have to, you know? It is hard sometimes. Like earlier today, for example, I remember shortly before, in one of my last conversations with Vera, we were talking about the trolley problem. I remember she was studying it in psychology, and we debated about it together. And then today, when Dr. Holland brought it up in class, it just took me back, I guess. It's the little things, you know.
Was Dr. Holland also Vera's psychology professor when she went here?
Yeah, she really liked her. That's why I took her class.
Do you happen to know where her office is? I really need to talk to her.
Yeah, it's over there in Hayden Hall.
Thank you, Lizzie, really. And I'm sorry that my dad couldn't find your sister, but I'm gonna try and make it right.
Thanks.
I felt like I was getting close. There were just too many similarities between Emily and Vera's disappearances for them not to be somehow connected. But I was also starting to get really worried about Guy. Dr. Holland? Where was he? I was afraid that maybe something had happened to him too.
Make your choice.
I can't do it.
Then do nothing and watch your little sister die.
No! Give me a minute.
Go ahead and let her speak. No one will be able to hear her scream from down here anyway.
Where am I? What is going on?
You are underneath the school. Unfortunately for you, few people are aware that this campus sits upon a long abandoned tunnel system. But fortunately for me, one of its entrances resides in close proximity to my office.
Guy, why are you doing this?
I don't have a choice.
Yes, you do! That is the whole point of this. Do you choose to do nothing and allow your only sister to be killed, or follow your emotions, doing what you know you must in order to free the one you love? Only by making this choice will you rise above your menial existence, becoming an individual free from the burden of ethics, something you never knew you could be, enlightened, the Ubermensch.
Kai, don't listen to her. She's crazy. You don't have to do this.
Crazy? Am I? Or is it the rest of the world that is crazy? You know, I used to be just like you once. Young, naive, full of meaningless principles.
I was blind. I graduated valedictorian from my high school and began my college career as a sociology major, determined to make the world a better place. But during the spring break of my freshman year, the stark truth of this world was revealed to me. I was visiting home when it happened. Admittedly, I was driving a little too fast through the neighborhood, but I remember the pleasantness of the wind on my face. All seemed right with the world, but in an instant, that illusion was shattered. As I approached my house, my younger sister ran into the road, chasing some toy, but a bicyclist was also approaching in the opposite lane. I knew I couldn't stop in time. In that second, I had to make a choice. Do nothing and obliterate my baby sister, or actively swerve into the innocent bicyclist. I swerved. The cyclist was killed upon impact, but when I regained consciousness, I felt no remorse, no sense of guilt. In fact, I felt something unexpected. I felt free. I realized that up until that moment, I had been foolish in my quest for justice and the betterment of humanity. There is no right and wrong. There are no true ethics. There is only what you know you need and what you have to do to get it. After that, I changed my major to psychology and made it my life's work to awaken as many young people as I could from their self-imposed slavery to ethics. At first, I thought that my work in the classroom would be enough, but I quickly realized that humans learn best through experience. A young girl by the name of Vera Evers was my first subject. She reminded me much of my younger self. Naive, idealistic, determined. I felt that she was also in need of enlightenment. You see, Vera and I had become close. I believe she saw me as a sort of mentor figure, and she shared much with me about her personal life. I learned that her sister Lizzie was the thing she loved most in this world. I also learned where Lizzie attended high school and where to find her. I gave Vera a choice. I installed 2 explosive devices in her sister's car, one under the passenger seat and the other below the driver's. Lizzie was driving a friend home from school when Vera awoke to find herself faced with an ethical dilemma. Press one button and set off the bomb below her sister's seat. Press the other and kill an innocent stranger. In order to ensure that she made a choice, I placed a 3rd explosive in the room with Vera on a timer that would only be stopped when one of the 2 buttons was selected. There was my mistake. I did not anticipate that she may choose the route of self-sacrifice.
After my first mistake, I gave up on my noble pursuits for a time, but it was only when I met you, Guy, that I felt compelled to try once again. You, like Vera, reminded me much of my younger self, except I realized that you held an integral quality that Vera had not, the willingness to act. Obtaining Emily here was only too easy. Young people nowadays have no sense of caution, and well, when I heard of your father's recent passing, Miss Savage, I felt it only right to get rid of the only other person who might have information regarding my first failure. 2 birds with 1 stone, as they say.
You were in on it the whole time? You set me up.
I'm sorry. She said she would kill Emily if I didn't bring you here.
Now quick, Guy, make your choice. Free yourself from the chains of your conscience and join me.
I'm sorry. It's the only way.
Wait! Guy, I know that you must feel helpless right now, and My dad always told me that the world is a dangerous place, and I refused to see that before now. I know that you would probably do anything to protect Emily, and you probably feel like this is your only option. I know what it feels like to lose someone you love. You feel like a part of you has been taken away, and that the only way to survive is to somehow get that part of you back. And I understand that, I do. I can't let you do this. I can't let you break yourself even more, just to get back the piece of you that monster over there took from you.
At least one of you made a choice.
And that was it. In one moment, the terror that Dr. Holland had created was obliterated by a single bullet. It was only later during the autopsy that the coroners noticed something interesting. Apparently, hitting the cyclist had caused more than just emotional damage to Holland's psyche. Dr. Holland had retained a pretty severe brain injury, causing her to entirely lose her sense of empathy. And so Emily and Guy returned to their lives, consciences untainted and saved from the pain of loss. I felt no need to press charges against Guy. After all, I couldn't say that I wouldn't do the same in his position. As for Lizzie, even though she was horrified to learn how her sister died, she thanked me for finally giving her the truth. I hope she'll be able to find some sort of closure and comfort in the knowledge that Vera sacrificed herself for her. I hope that now she'll be able to move on, grow, and become the person she's meant to be. Maybe now she'll finally stop chasing her sister's shadow and create one of her own. I don't know. But I suppose that sometimes it's under those shadows that we discover who we really are.